Welcome to the Principal's Office with Dr. Gould. Today's guest is Mr. John Breaux. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Gould.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have you. And you're a special education teacher. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yep. I was lucky to be hired a couple of years ago here as a special education teacher. I have the pleasure of co-teaching. So I'm in senior English classes. I've had the pleasure of working with Miss Jessie Grieve and Mr. John Caron.
Can you tell
excellent
our viewers
teachers.
a little bit about what the co-teaching model is?
Of course. So co-teaching utilizes two teachers, one regular ed teacher, which is your English teacher, and then myself as a special education teacher. And we service everyone in the classroom. As the special education teacher, I have between 5 and 13 kids usually that I will keep an extra eye on along with everyone else in the class.
Excellent.
But I think it's great because it benefits the students that they get two teachers that are comfortable with the content, delivering it in two different ways, and you're able to better reach everybody in that classroom.
And Mr. Breaux, I feel was a wonderful find and a wonderful hire for this district. There's no better person to collaborate with, and no one's more nurturing with the students. And his popularity in buying with the students is attested to by the fact that he was asked to be the graduating class's guest speaker last year. And quite a compliment to him, but we're glad to have him. And in fact, he's a graduate of DHS. And how has being a graduate impacted your role here?
As I said before briefly, I'm blessed to be back here. I think it's an incredible opportunity. I was able to get such a great education here in this school with many of the same teachers, and to be able to now come back and work with them and work alongside them is incredible.
What year did you graduate?
Not long ago, just 2011. So
Wonderful.
proud 2011 graduate. But I think it allows me to then be comfortable. I'm comfortable in the school. I know the teachers. I know the way they teach.
Yeah.
And then to be able to be comfortable with them then allows me to be even more comfortable with the students because I can relate. And I think that's very special.
Excellent. What made you want to get into education?
I started volunteering at the summer program that the school system does back when I was in 5th grade.
Okay.
And we worked with the special needs population. And I actually was in gym class with them. We helped them in gym, and it was an incredible experience. I actually did it all the way through high school.
Okay.
And that was the kind of kickstart that got me involved in Special Olympics and working with special needs kids.
In unified sports?
Unified sports came about a little later, but
Can you define that for the benefit
of course,
of the viewers?
yeah. So unified sports is pretty new, Dr. Gould. It started 5 years ago here in Massachusetts, and in Dartmouth specifically, we've had it for the last 3 years. So what it does is it takes the special ed population and the regular ed population, and it brings them together, and it uses sports as that middle ground. So they play sports together. But I think unified sports goes way beyond the athletic piece.
Sure.
It is technically an athletic and educational program, but it's just profound how much it does for both sides of that population.
Now, and it does go beyond just sports, because not only in the mentoring relationship and the collaboration, but I would claim the harmony within the school. There's a linkage between kids who wouldn't participate in sports normally, who now are able to bond with those athletes, and it's really exciting to see. Now, it's not just the sport itself, though. Like color, there's a unified color band. Can you talk to us about that?
Of course. We have had the pleasure of being so successful right off the bat with unified sports that we're now starting to grow it into other areas of extracurricular activities. We had a student that participated in our first year of unified track.
Wow.
She went on to graduate from Dartmouth High School, but it had such an impact on her that she wanted to continue to give back. So her way of doing that was through color guard. She was a member of the color guard and the band and the percussion. So for her, color guard was something she'd always enjoyed, and she wanted this certain population to also get that experience. We actually are in the process of starting a music group. It's called United Sound. So I just think it's really cool. It's incredible to watch it all unfold, that it's bringing together a school and a community. And I think that's the power of unified athletics or extracurriculars.
That's wonderful. Now, for those people who still are trying to learn what unified sports are, do you go off to other schools and compete?
We do.
Can you talk to us a little bit about
Sure.
that?
So in athletics, we have established here track and field,
Yeah.
which is our spring sport, and we run basketball in the fall, just so that we don't have to compete for court space and things like that. But those are our two sports that have a firm foundation, and it's like any other sport. It's like varsity athletics. We go and compete against other schools. Somerset Berkeley has some unified teams, Durfee, Dighton Rehoboth, and they've been around since we have, right from the beginning, and they have firm foundations as well. But it's no different than a varsity sport. You know, we travel, we have uniforms, we have referees. The only difference is that it unites special ed kids and regular ed kids on the same playing fields.
That's wonderful. John, what is your most proud moment here at Dartmouth High School?
You actually touched upon it earlier. I think being named graduation speaker last year was it was just an incredible accomplishment for me, and it was something that I was very thankful to have had the opportunity to do. Being in my first year back then, I just think it was reassuring in my sense that I was doing my job, and I got into education to make a difference and to have an impact, and for the senior class to nominate me and to allow me to get up there and speak just helped them show me what I was doing and that I was having an impact in some sense.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for your commitment to this school and this community, and thank you for coming on the show today.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining us on the Principal's Office with Dr. Gould. Thank you.